legends start. In-depth words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Broom podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Mr. Vandy Chris, and we are wrapping up the college football playoff. And we're also wrapping up Tennessee getting beat by Illinois today. If they would have used Vanderbilt's facilities, they would have won. Just throwing that out.
No kidding.
I mean, my God, I respect the fact that they didn't, but you kind of has to though, because of the rivalry, man. I mean,
they've used it before. That don't fly.
I mean, they should have. I mean, there's not really any excuse to it. They should have used it. So
Josh Heupel was butthurt that he got his ass kicked by Vanderbilt. That's all it amounted to.
I think that's a little bit of an understatement too. So. But I don't know. It was last second field goal. Tennessee was without quite a few players, obviously. Same for Illinois. Deshaun Bishop had him a respectable game. Aguilar just had a mid game at best. Nothing special there. Luke Altmaier, he got it done. That being said, Illinois is one of the teams that was one of the many this year that definitely underachieved what they should have, in my opinion. So, what are you doing?
I'm sharing it in Messenger a couple times.
Oh, you just you're just like, I was like, what are you doing? All right. No, it looked like you froze for a second. It was weird. Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's a fun show. It's our last show of the year. And 2026 is going to be special for the Golden Broom, I think. We got some cool stuff coming up, a lot of changes to the show. I mean, not really changes. I mean, still the same people, the same topics we always talk, but we're slowly sweeping away, because we're the Broom, we're sweeping away the football season and bringing in some baseball. Hey, Sarah, how you doing tonight? Hope you and the family had a Merry, Merry Christmas.
I respect it, right?
I mean,
she's been solid Rebel. We've known Sarah for what, 3 years now? She's been solid Rebels the whole time.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
I mean, honestly, I would prefer Ole Miss to win the game anyway. I think it would be cool for them. I actually hope Ole Miss wins the whole thing, because why not? That team worked hard this year.
Fair.
And I mean, it's weird to me though that a bunch of people that are technically on LSU's pay books right now are coaching at Ole Miss. I really genuinely hope that they are, making sure that, there's no foul play happening there in terms of the transfer portal and all that, because that's the biggest risk with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously they want players from there, but, they don't need to get them.
So let me say this. It'd be a cool story for Ole Miss to win.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have to take the notion that I don't want a guy to win the national title and immediately and transfer out immediately to follow his coach to an in-conference rival.
I mean, I think that's fair.
And by all accounts, Lane Kiffin has identified Trinidad Chambliss as one of the 4 players he is going to go after to come to LSU. I don't like that.
I mean, I found it funny that Trinidad has that, that commercial about the cell phone commercial he did. And I mean, talking about transferring, but he's transferring his service and all that. Well played on that commercial, by the way. I have to give him props on that. I personally think it would be a bad move for him to leave Ole Miss because I feel like he's established where he's at. He has everything he needs. I don't think there's any benefit for him to go to LSU unless he just wants more money.
Mhm.
And that's really about it. I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, obviously it's very clear that LSU is going for a quarterback in the portal. Right now they are finalists, it
But
seems.
why?
What do you mean, but why? We need a quarterback.
No, you don't. You
Yeah,
have one.
do we though?
You have one.
He has potential. But the problem is
You have a quarterback.
He's the only quarterback we have.
Okay.
So realistically, you need someone else. And who's to say that he's the guy that Kiffin wants? This is Kiffin's team now. He makes the choices. I'm telling you, we are targeting a quarterback in the portal. It will either be Sam Levitt, DJ Lagway, or Deuce Knight. One of the 3 will be coming to LSU. I really want Deuce Knight. Really, really bad, actually. When I saw that he was entering, I was like, yep.
I think that's – you have a quarterback. You don't need to go get another one of that caliber.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not paid to make those decisions. I like Michael Van Buren, and I think he would have done better had he had been given a better situation to take over in.
And let's be clear. Had your head coach not played the stupid games that he played, or LSU played the stupid games they played, you would have a quarterback room on the roster. You would have gotten a quarterback in the college recruiting on signing day. But LSU wanted to play games. Lane Kiffin wanted to play games, and here you are. I think you need to eat your cake.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Kiffin's known as the portal king, so let's see him live up to it in the portal. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for sure to, lure recruits to LSU right now for him. I think he's got a lot of work ahead of him on that because, he wasn't at Ole Miss very long. He's never really been anywhere very long. So if I'm a quarterback, how do I know I can trust that this guy is going to still be my coach the next year or the year after? Like, how do I know that's a possibility? You don't know.
See, and I love this discussion because one of the changes on the Golden Broom is in 2026, we're going to bring back segments. And we don't know a name of it yet. But as you see on my name, I'm the connoisseur of hot takes.
I might just call it Welcome to Hell.
And this is my hot take for the night. The college football transfer portal. What in the hell are we doing?
I agree.
Kids quitting on their teams to announce that they're entering the transfer portal while their team is still playing. We have kids from Oregon whose team is playing in the quarterfinals of the college football playoffs, entering the transfer portal and walking away from their team. The portal doesn't open till January 2nd. Why are we announcing on December 2nd, I'm going in the portal? Stop it.
I think people are announcing early so that their name is out there and they make people's boards. Simple as that. I think it is kind of stupid to announce early, but I get it also. I mean, honestly, until there's a real governing body over everything, I mean, it's going to stay like this. And I mean, other people, announcing if they're hitting it, that their team's just in a regular bowl game. I get that. Bowl games don't matter anymore. They used to have more meaning to them.
But they
Now,
do matter.
do they though? In what way do they really matter though?
Are you going to sit there and say that bowl game the other night between North Texas and San Diego State didn't mean anything to those players?
They got the job done, but
Are you going to say that didn't mean anything to them?
it meant something to them for an accomplishment to
Oh,
win a bowl. But I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things, though, they won a bowl game. Congratulations. It gets them nothing. Their coach is leaving. Their quarterback's leaving. Who cares?
but
I
it
hate to say
meant
that.
but it meant something to that group of young men to do that.
Sure. I mean,
So
it
who
was
are we
good
to
for them.
so who are we to tell them that it doesn't matter?
Tell that to like the 50 fans that showed up in Birmingham for the Birmingham Bowl yesterday.
Okay.
That, which by the way, not happy with the Birmingham Bowl people. That's all I will say on that topic.
You know,
Uh,
who's willing to stand up and tell Vanderbilt your bowl game doesn't matter?
I
Because
mean,
it does matter.
how much does it really matter? I mean, all I see is, Pavia out making public appearances everywhere. Does it really matter?
But the whole team, both teams are out doing public. That's part of going to a bowl game.
The man was on WWE television,
Okay, he's
which
not
was
allowed to
actually kind of
go.
cool. I'll give him his
He's
props.
not.
That was actually
Is
cool.
he not allowed to go do things like that?
No, I mean, he is, but let's be real. If he was in the college football playoff, he would not have been doing any of that.
Okay.
That's why I think that we need to have a secondary tournament and do like an NIT for football. I really want that. I think it needs to happen. I think the teams, 13 through 24 need to get a chance.
I mean, fair.
Or do a 32 team tournament for the NIT. I don't know. But either way, make it fun. Because these regular bowl games are just, it's just not, I don't know. It don't have the luster that it used to have. Now that money is out there, because see, back in the day before NIL and all that, kids didn't really opt out of the bowl game unless they were like a guaranteed like first round draft pick. And they just were like, it's probably best if I don't play in this game. And that didn't even really happen until kind of recently.
I
I
think
mean,
2016 was the first time ever.
yeah. So, and that was like, or maybe it was a little bit before that. It was when Fournette, he opted out of the bowl game, which obviously
Well,
I got that for sure.
I'm not sure he was the first one.
No, I don't think he was the first, but that's the first one I can recall. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. Bowl games to me, I'll be honest with you, this bowl season to me has just not done it for me. I mean, there have been some very good games, don't get me wrong, but just I don't know. Like when I was younger, I guess, like I really looked forward to bowl games. Like they meant a lot to
You're
me.
you're letting the national media dictate how you feel.
I don't think so. I don't even really look at what the national media says. Like it's just I don't know.
It's a media narrative
Pause.
that bowl games
Hold
don't
on.
matter anymore.
Got a kitten doing something. Uno momento.
Cody and his kittens. Lord. His LSU Tigers are going to be kittens next year. And I say that with a smile on my face because it's going to serve them right. But I see the comments over here. Brad, glad to have you. had an amazing time over there on Hockaholics with you. Matt, I don't agree. I don't think we should have been in the playoffs. We had an opportunity, and we blew it. You take care of your business at Alabama and at Texas, it's a different story.
That's a topic I don't know if I agree with you on that. I think Vanderbilt should have gotten in. That being said, shout out to Miami. At least they won their opening round game. Had they lost it, then I guess there would probably be more of an argument like, well, would Vanderbilt have beat Texas A&M? Maybe. But no.
And that's another area that needs to be discussed too. This whole narrative about the G5 doesn't need to be included in the playoffs.
We're going to agree on this one, I think.
Because let me tell you a little history lesson. Since the start of the playoff system, I believe 2014, the top 7 worst losses in playoff history all belong to Power 4, Power 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. That you don't like the idea that James Madison was involved in the playoffs because they got beat by 24 points. Tell that to Notre Dame that got beat by 41. Tell that to Oklahoma that got beat 63 to
28.
63-28. Or Tennessee that got beat 31-0 by Ohio State last year.
Remember TCU?
TCU, well, I mean, that's another Power 5 team because they were a Power 5 team.
So,
it's stop that nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the rules were set for the playoff. It is the highest ranking, the 5 highest ranking conference champions and the highest ranking G5 conference winner. And unfortunately this year, Duke pulled the upset in the ACC championship. Virginia gets out. They're out at that point, rightfully so, because Virginia was 100% in had they won that game. And then at that point, you had no choice but to put Tulane in because they were the highest ranked Group of 5 conference champion. And then James Madison was the highest ranked G5 team after that. So unfortunately for them, 2 G5s got in. If they didn't deserve to be in, do better is all I can say.
Exactly. But this whole narrative that because you don't like the results, well, guess what? Tell that to your P4 teams that have lost by bigger margins.
I bet Oregon would say that James Madison deserved to be in. James Madison gave them fits. They played their tails off in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Oregon clearly won the game. There was no debate in that. But James Madison gave them hell.
Well, they did that against backups. Well, guess what? Ohio State emptied their bench in the second half last year. And guess what? Tennessee couldn't put up 500 yards in total offense and 34 points.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, I'm all for the G5 getting a shot because I've been a G5 believer since Utah took down Bama back in the Urban Meyer days and Boise State took out Oklahoma. When I saw that, I'm like, you know what? These little guys deserve a chance. Now, Utah no longer is a G5, but you get what I'm saying.
Do you remember the Sugar Bowl when Alabama went in as a double-digit favorite over this little group of 5 school called Utah?
Oh, absolutely.
And Utah absolutely dominated them.
Wait, wasn't that the game that Andre Smith did not play in, Alabama's best defensive lineman? Yes. And that was a huge difference maker for them. And, but I mean, let's be real though. Like that Urban Meyer Utah program was fantastic that year. That was one of the best teams in the country. And, you
remember what happened after that, right?
Yeah, he left.
And
then Whittingham took over.
He went to Florida, and Whittingham took over.
Which, speaking of Whittingham, it's a little off topic, but not really. I saw something like a list about Whittingham that's talking about why he's.
Utah went to the BCS Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl one year, and won the Fiesta Bowl with Urban Meyer and Alex Smith. And that's when he left. And Kyle Whittingham was already there when they beat Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. But no, Whittingham, I saw this thing about like why he's such a great fit for Michigan. And do not get me wrong. I think Whittingham will be fine at Michigan. I do. Do I think he's like the right choice for Michigan if they want to really move that step ahead? No, not at all. I mean, they got the best that they could get with what they had, considering all the shambles that program was in internally. But I will say this. I saw this list about things about him of why he's a great fit. And one of them said he's an instant program stabilizer. How do people know? And because he took over when Urban had them at their highest of highs. Urban took a losing program in 2 years, had them great, and then handed it off to Whittingham, who had been there as a defensive coordinator for a few years too. So he's Utah through and through. But I saw that and I was like, I just don't agree with that. And then they say he's a 10-win machine. And I'm like, again, I don't agree with that. I think it was like 4 10-win seasons and 15 seasons. Like, don't get me wrong, that's great to do at Utah, but it's not like he's a 10-win machine. Like, and in this day and age, 10 wins that's nothing anymore.
Right.
Congratulations if you get 10 wins. It does not do anything for you. Shout out Vanderbilt, unfortunately.
By the way, yes, Terry, put that burger in the chat so we can share it.
Oh God, I'm excited already. Which for some reason my comments are, what the heck? I'm not getting notifications that we are getting anything. So here it is. Here is the Iowa Vandy burger. All right. When is that game, by the way? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock.
That sucks. Why is it so early?
11 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. It's early.
That's weird. All right. So on a potato bun, you have breaded pork loin patty. I already like this. On top of a Nashville hot chicken patty. Oh, my God. It will be covered in Maytag blue cheese with Carolina Reaper cheese topped with dill pickles.
Ooh.
The heat and the tartness of the blue cheese together. Interesting.
That's a burger right there.
I mean, that's going to be
But
painful.
with the Nashville hot chicken, you can pick your heat table on that too. It doesn't have to be hot. But
True. Which I'm a big hot honey fan. That's my new thing. I've been really liking lately. So I'm into that. Which, by the way, let me. I gotta show you something real quick, and you're like, "Whoa, hold on."
Here we go again, Cody leaving me to myself.
Okay, so many people in here may know, but Chris knows. I have a gallbladder situation. Okay, I have gallbladder attacks occasionally. I've kind of gotten it in check. I've changed my diet. I've lost a lot of weight. I feel good. Well, one thing that I've cut from my diet is beef over the last year, and it sucks doing that. But I've grown to love turkey. That said, I realized, hey, I can still have beef jerky because there's not a lot of fat content in it. So I've been eating beef jerky, and I found me a flavor I like. And this is bringing up baseball now. They are not a paid sponsor. I am going to reach out and see if we can get something going. But this Wild River, they have it's the green chili. So it's like the Hatch chili, sunflower seeds from Chinook Seedery, like I like. But they make it in beef jerky. And let me just tell you right now, it is so good.
Yes, Sarah, that would be perfect.
That would be fantastic. But I also got a new flavor today when we did our Walmart order. Bridge for beef jerky, but it's with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Okay.
I like Sweet Baby Ray's, and I'm genuinely curious as to how good this is going to be. It's only got 1 gram of fat, and that makes me happy. So I can eat this whole bag and not have to worry about any issues. So we shall see.
So Terry trying to flirt with you a little bit here, Cody.
Ooh. Oh, trust me, buddy. At 340, you were still there, my friend. But no, seriously though, congratulations. That's awesome.
On that front, let me tell you. So 2 weeks ago, I stopped over at my workplace just to visit, say hi, let everybody know, hey, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I stepped on my scale. 250 pounds, heavier than I've ever been in my life.
Now, how much were you before your surgery?
234.
16 pounds though, and how long have you been off now? About 2 months?
But let me finish my story. On Friday, I stepped on the scale again. And guess what?
What?
I've lost 14 pounds in 2 weeks.
So you're 238 now?
236.
What?
Yes, sir. 14 pounds in 2 weeks.
That's awesome. So what have you done differently with your diet?
Purposely not eating as much.
I mean, I get that. That makes sense. That being
Um,
said, I feel like
not
you broke that diet tonight, though.
I actually only ate one helping of everything.
I am impressed because I would have eaten that whole crock pot full.
Getting up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, not eating 2 or 3 cookies before I go back to sleep.
Hey, I'm
Uh,
with that's hard to not do, by the way.
that's hard. That's hard.
Chocolate laxatives are Chris. Yes, and Sarah's right. Portion control is 100% key on that. Fully agreed.
But to me, it's simple. It's just purposely not eating as much.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of discipline to do that. It really does. It's not easy to do, and
there's a whole story behind that 236 too, because in 2020, December 2020, at Christmas time, I got COVID.
mm-hmm.
I weighed 195 pounds at the time. In 2 weeks, I lost 20 pounds. I was down to 175. I was skin and bones. The following month, when I got my taste back and I could smell everything again, the following month, I gained 50.
Jesus.
50 pounds in a month. I went from 175 to 225 in 1 month.
Dang.
And I've never been able to get it back. I want to be somewhere around 215. That's my goal weight.
I can see you getting there. I think you can do it.
So I'm
You need to start exercising a little bit.
I'm actually doing physical therapy, and
Okay.
I'm loving it.
That's good, though.
They can't work me hard enough.
That's what she said. But no, that's seriously awesome, though. Wait, so Terry, let me ask you something. How tall are you, Terry?
He says 205 is his fighting weight. Them paper bags get hard. They're difficult to fight against.
Good job, Sarah. That's awesome. Yeah, let me tell you, cutting out junk food, that has been so hard for me. That being said, I do like to eat licorice, so I've been eating a lot of Australian licorice is my go-to. And the Talenti, they have like these like fruit sorbets they make. Oh, so good.
Terry's 5'10".
5'10", 205. I mean, that's a good weight for 5'10". But if you're at 5'10", realistically, your fighting weight should be 185. Just saying.
I didn't know they stacked it that high. But
yeah, we're about the same height, Terry. So, yeah.
We have 2 of our most consistent viewers in here with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping some of my Vanderbilt people would get in here because I have a huge announcement for them. Where are you at, Sus Stanley?
Right? I mean, to be fair, he knows what your announcement is, though. So
he does.
I mean, you got quite a few people in here now, and no better time than now to announce it, and then you can re-announce it at the end of the show.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Let me pull this up real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Pull this up here.
Oh yeah, Terry, what video games do you play?
I gotta find the post.
Well, while you're doing it, yeah. So I started playing PS5 recently, and got the new NCAA game. Which, by the way, PS5 is awesome. I got that PlayStation Plus subscription on it. My goodness. Oh, this is 100% a FaceTime call right now. Now, we'll get into the football stuff here shortly, I promise.
Okay. I had to check something real quick.
No, Lord.
Okay. You want me to go with it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yours truly, the one and only, Vandy Chris, will be starting his own podcast within the week, provided my friend here, Cody, can get me my graphics that I need.
I got you.
It will be covering Vanderbilt sports specifically. I believe it's going to be a daily show, whether it's 30 minutes or an hour, maybe even an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm going to put out daily content. The name of the show is going to be Anchor Down Live.
Ooh.
I put it to a vote among Vanderbilt fans, and that's what they voted on. It was a very close vote between it and Commodore Command Central. So
I like Anchor Down Live much better.
Anchor Down Live won the vote. That will be starting within the week. And it'll air on the Golden Broom channels, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter account, and on our YouTube account. And eventually, I do plan on starting a Facebook page for that podcast. And I might even look into doing a Twitter page for that podcast as well. But yes, Anchor Down Live coming soon to the Golden Broom podcast channels on the Villains Media Network.
I like that. I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let me see if I can do something real quick. No, it's not going to let me do it. Let's see. Nope. Didn't let me do it there.
To answer Spaz Attack, unfortunately, I'm not able to go to that game. Started looking at tickets way too late. By the time I started looking at tickets for that game, they were over $200 a piece. A little bit out of my price range right now. Maybe next year. I believe it's going to be an electric game. I would love to go to some tailgates if I could. We'll just have to wait and see how that works out with the better half working. I'm almost near my time to go back to work, but I'm still off on that day. So if we can work out transportation, I'm definitely going to try to make a tailgate.
Well, guess what, Chris? I have some good news for you, my friend. You officially have an Anchor Down Live Facebook page. It will be approved in 3 days, and you will instantly have enough to go live from it. You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Which one did you change? The podcast page or the pod page?
Podcast page. Pod page is the original Golden Broom, so I left it at that. But the other one has 185 likes, which go like that page, please. Boost it up. And honestly, more Vanderbilt people went and liked that page than the other one, which is why I did that. Because honestly, it doesn't matter either way which one I chose to do. But yeah. So now it is officially submitted, and in 3 days it should be there. So it is yours, my friend. Do you have a logo or anything for the show?
I don't even have a logo yet.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
I'm going to be working on that tonight.
Good, because I'm ready to see what you come up with. Because that'll be actually awesome. You know what you should have called it?
What's that?
The Tim Corbin Obsession Hour.
No. I'm more in on Mark Byington right now.
I was going to ask you, who is your favorite current coach at Vanderbilt? Because I feel like right now Vanderbilt has the best group of coaches that they've ever had in program history.
Do you really want to know who my favorite is?
Yeah.
Shea Ralph.
I respect that. I do. I mean, because realistically,
if you look at
you don't have a bad coach. That's crazy.
if you look at what she took over a program that had canceled their season
Mm-hmm.
and had 4 scholarship players. They are now one of the undefeated teams left in the SEC, ranked in the top 15, and have the best player in America in our point guard. Probably going to have back-to-back freshman of the year in women's college basketball. What she has done with that program is next to elite. And I'm excited to see where she takes it.
I mean, I agree with you on that. I mean, y'all are kind of set right now. I mean, when was the last time you could say that every single athletic program at Vanderbilt had a very good coach? Obviously, baseball, you've been set for years. That's great. Football, very hit and miss. You get Clark Lee, and everything changes. Basketball, you get Mark Byington. Oh my gosh, you got Shea Ralph. Like, I mean, you've got it all.
Did you see the stat that came out on Mark Byington today?
Yes. What is it like? Was it 38-1 or something like that?
Over the last 3 years, he's 38-1 in non-conference games to begin the year.
I mean, that's
best record in America. You remember at James Madison, he did this too.
Yeah.
That James Madison team he had went 32-3.
It's true.
So I'm thrilled with what he's done with the program. I ain't got to worry about my men's basketball coach calling me a fake ass fan anymore. Our football coach has got the program rolling in the right direction. I'm thrilled with where Vandy Athletics is. But you know what? I was told 3 years ago NIL killed Vandy and they'd never compete.
That is true. Man, I'm typing a message to our viewers.
A message to the viewers, huh?
Oh, yeah. There you go. So, if you don't mind, go to ChinookSeedery.com. Use our promo code Golden Broom for 10% off of your purchase. And if you are the person that has been making all of these purchases on there using our code, please reach out to me. I have a reason that I'm requesting this. You can hit me up on Facebook, X, Instagram. I don't care. Hit me up on the show right here. It's all good. I just genuinely want to know who you are, so I can thank you, and also so I can hook you up. So it would be appreciated.
Have I been in the Commodore Club? Been there a couple times. Been in the Commodore Club or National Commodore Club. I typically, it depends on finances really, if I stay in it year to year. But I have been in it in the past. I'm just not in it right now. I am looking to doing that again in the future.
Is it you that's been buying? If it's you that's been buying, you can show me that you've made purchases using our promo code. I got you. I promise. Because that's awesome.
While we're talking about sponsors, this is another one that we have not shared with the viewers yet. If you're into energy drinks, W Energy with their powdered energy drink mix.
Oh, that's right. I did promise Terry at LSU. I forgot about that.
If you go to W Energy and use promo code Golden Broom, you get 10% off of your purchase.
That's right. That's very true. Terry, I got you on a hat, I promise. I totally forgot that I told you I'd send you one. I got you. 100%. But no, Terry, what PS5 games do you play? Because I need to know. mainly because I'm trying to figure out new games to get and what I'll like, because it's hard going from Xbox to PlayStation again. I will say that.
Yeah.
I did get the new NCAA game though and started playing it, and I will say on my road to glory, Clark Lee was the first coach to reach out to me to play for him, and unfortunately, I had to turn him down. I became a 5-star prospect in college. They made my final 3, and I picked up the hat, but I put that sucker back down, and I ended up rolling with the purple and gold. Unfortunately, I was the backup quarterback. Actually, I was third-string quarterback to start the season, and within, a couple weeks, I moved up to the backup, and don't see myself taking out Garrett Nussmeier right now. So,
Speaking of 5 stars, one Jared Curtis traveled to Tampa with the football team.
saw that.
He has been running the scout team offense in bowl practice. He learned the Iowa playbook in 2 days.
I mean, is that really saying something though?
I mean, that you're a high school, you just graduated high school in December and you've already learned an entire playbook for a college football team. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, you got to be pretty good if they're bringing you to be their scout team quarterback. Just throwing that out there. I mean, that's quite impressive. That being said, there's a kid that has entered the portal that I really hope that Vanderbilt targets. He's a wide receiver out of Auburn. Actually, there's a couple of them from Auburn.
Cam Coleman?
Yes, sir.
Pretty
Could you
sure
imagine?
he's going to Alabama.
I mean, based off of what, though? Just because he almost went there out of high school and he's got friends there?
He almost went there. He's got friends there. He's from the state. I mean, all indications are that that's where he's going to go. Along with his teammate, I can't remember the last name. Marcus is the first name that's in the portal.
Okay.
Over the weekend, he dropped a Roll Tide on a podcast.
Okay. But kids like to play and do that. So, I mean, there's no telling, though. I mean, if Cam goes there, I wouldn't be surprised. But I also think that he knows his value now at this point. And I think he's going to look elsewhere as well, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bama can pay him. They can. But
if he goes to Alabama, he's going to be the number 1 receiver.
For sure.
Germ is gone.
Yep.
So that leaves an open spot on the field, whether Ryan Williams stays or not.
Ryan Williams
Cam Coleman's going to number 1.
That being said, could you imagine if Cam Coleman went to Ohio State and joined Jeremiah Smith?
Don't even start that.
God almighty. That would be the most insane group of wide receivers you could ask for. But I don't know. I think that I think Smith's going to get targeted a lot. I started Red Dead tonight, by the way.
Anything
I'm
Batman?
very early.
Okay.
I've never been a Batman fan. I don't know why.
I appreciate your kind words, Spaz Attack. We try to do a good job. If you go back and look when we first started, we are light years ahead of where we were.
Absolutely. Man, our first show, we were nervous, stumbling, bumbling, didn't know what to talk about. We knew what to talk about, but man. And think, we weren't even going to do football initially. We were going to stick strictly to baseball. And honestly, I would have been happy doing that. I really would have been.
There was a certain entity that no longer exists that convinced us to try football. And, well, here we are.
I mean, we follow football just as much as baseball anyway, so, I mean, it makes sense. So, that being said, right now it's basketball season. And it's starting to get to where it really gets intense. Conference play is beginning right now, and about to see some good basketball happen. I've followed college basketball more this year than I ever have in my entire life.
your women fixing to take a loss.
I don't see how. They're fantastic. That being said,
Have
I mean,
you
I wouldn't be surprised. I
have
do
you
think
watched
this is one of our best teams that we've ever had.
have you watched the team that they're going to play this week?
I have.
They're pretty
Very good
damn
team.
good too.
I mean,
There's my
LSU's got
cat.
a tough man. It was just like mine.
Got the black paws just like yours.
That's crazy. Nah, I mean LSU, they got a slate this week. They got to play Kentucky and Vanderbilt. I mean, that's not easy. Both are solid teams.
It depends on if Tiana Key plays for Kentucky or not.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean,
And Clara Stack hadn't been what she was last year either.
yeah. But I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a fun couple games to check out. I'm very excited for them. Men's basketball, on the other hand, I mean, one loss, they're doing fine. You know, got a couple of good wins under their belt. I don't know where LSU lines up with the rest of the SEC. I don't think we're the worst team in the conference, but I know for a fact we're not the best team either. Um,
You're gonna be surprised who I think one of the 5 worst teams is.
who?
Kentucky.
I mean, way they're playing, I mean, can't really argue that. They have too
Their
much potential.
their guards are not very good.
Yeah.
Sure they can score, but they cannot defend at all.
And defense is key. It really is. I'd say wait, out of curiosity, who do you think is the best team in the nation in basketball right now? I think it's Michigan. I really do. I think they're fantastic.
I haven't really paid attention to the top of the nation, but what I saw when Arizona played Florida,
Mm-hmm.
I have to throw Arizona in there.
Arizona's awesome.
They probably have the freshman of the Duke's pretty nasty too.
Yeah.
With the Boozer brothers, Carlos did a great job raising them 2 boys as basketball players,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows.
It's crazy that we're talking about Carlos Boozer having sons in college basketball. Just throwing that out there.
and the one son is arguably the best freshman in America, if not the
Yep.
best player.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
So
I'm just ready to talk some college baseball. It's like bursting out of me right now. It's hurting. I'm so studied up on
is
college baseball. It's not even funny.
is LSU going to try buying another championship?
You damn right we are.
No, you're not.
This roster this year has more potential than last year's roster offensively. Pitching, there's a lot of potential there, but I don't know how to feel about it. I think they're great, don't get me wrong, but losing a Cade Anderson and a Chase Shores, that's not easy to replace. So we shall see what happens there. But former guest of the show, William Schmidt, has been tearing it up in the offseason, putting in a lot of work and really coming into his own. And I really think that that's going to be fun to watch. So, ouch. Calling him the Mike Tomlin of college basketball. Oof.
What? What's with the Tomlin slander?
Can get you wins, but can't get it done anymore.
I mean, are you sure about that?
Let's see. I'm doing some research now. That's why I'm looking down, Terry.
Currently, Mike Tomlin has a Steelers team that was predicted to be not very good. In first place in the division. I mean, what's with the Tomlin hate? That's a good question, Spaz. I messaged him.
We had a
and he has not-
communication error. I won't
Yeah,
blame him. I will not blame him on that one. So it is what it is. If he makes it, that'd be great. If he doesn't, it's 100% understandable. No, not disappointed at all because
he's
yeah,
probably got a lot on his plate, given that Illinois
yes,
State is in the championship game.
yes. So it's all good. It really is.
So, what's your take on that?
You know, I think Illinois State's a good story. I did some research on them today. I don't follow FCS like I would like to because
Hmm.
I don't have time, unfortunately. But Montana State's a really good team. They proved it all year. They should win this game, but Illinois State, the way that they play, anything can happen in this game. It's not like a guarantee for Montana State.
And essentially, it's a home game for Illinois State.
Yeah,
We're lo- they're literally, I mean, what, a 3 hour drive
yeah.
from Vanderbilt?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm just going to say it. What an incredible opportunity that Vanderbilt took in going after that game, the FCS championship. The average attendance for FCS championship games has been around 23,000. This game in Nashville, 43,000 sold out.
That's amazing.
They doubled the attendance for the FCS championship game. Huge credit to Vanderbilt for doing that.
Absolutely. I'm very, very excited for them. Okay, looking into UCLA, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you, Terry. I think they're fine. They played Arizona close. That's all that matters.
Spaz, the last time I looked was, I'm assuming it sold out. When I looked 2 weeks ago, the tickets were over 200 apiece, and there was less than 50 left.
I'm sure you can get them on like secondary markets and all that
Yeah,
though. So
yeah,
it's not like someone can't get in, but you will pay more this year than a normal FCS championship game,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
a good thing. That's great for the FCS. They deserve that as a
Yep.
whole. They really do. Needs more attention. I'm wondering though, will we ever see like a Montana State or a North Dakota State jump up? That's what I'm wondering.
We saw James Madison do it, what, 6 years ago?
Yep, Jacksonville State did it. There's a lot of teams that's done it. So just curious to what's going to end up happening there because it's But then again, how would it really benefit a North Dakota State or a Montana State or anyone like that or the South Dakota's schools? Like, would it really benefit them by stepping up? Sweet dreams, Terry. I hope you have the best sleep of your life. But I don't
Hmm.
know.
So, looking up the tickets, um, the only tickets left are in Commodore Club in the South End Zone, which includes access with complimentary game day buffet, along with snacks and non-alcoholic drinks.
That's
That's
not
the
bad.
only that's the only tickets left.
And how much do those go for?
Those are 158 for end zone seats.
Oh, that's not bad. All right, so Montana State lost to Oregon and South Dakota State this year to open the season. Bless me. And then Illinois State, on the other hand, they lost to Youngstown State, North Dakota State, um, and OU. They had a fourth loss in there somewhere. Oh, Southern Illinois beat them. But yeah, the Oklahoma loss. That's not a bad thing, obviously, because Oklahoma had a respectable season. Jeez, jeez. Okay. Let me see. Is that yeah? So Tommy Rittenhouse is the quarterback for Illinois State. He has 3,257 passing yards on the season, 36 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Against Oklahoma, he was 6 of 13 passing for 22 yards. That is absolutely insane. Let's see how he followed that up the week after. And then we had 81 yards the week after that. What? Where did he ramp it up? Because that's amazing. Okay, then he hit like 299 after that. And then, let's see. And then two. Okay, so then he just instantly bounced back. He just didn't have a bad game after. That's actually quite impressive. I mean, the fact that they beat North Dakota State, which, I mean, that game, by the way, was absolutely insane. I was watching that while at the my hunting land, and I don't know if you watched that game, but I was absolutely blown away by that game. So, because I mean, obviously it was very intense at the end. Rittenhouse had 5 interceptions in the game, and they still pull it out. Like, that's just unheard of. But yeah, so it's gonna be a good game. That'll be this coming Monday, 6:30 on ESPN. Montana State is currently a 10.5-point favorite. That's fair. Interesting. Offensively, Illinois State has the advantage. Good God. All right. Illinois State linebacker Ty Nykamp. He has 155 tackles for the season. That is
Incredible.
unheard of. Good Lord.
I think Illinois State pulls an upset here. I really do.
I mean, they really could. All right, so let's see. Looking at, because now since I've done that, I've decided to go to statistics overall and looking at like who's leading the country and everything. Drew Mestamaker will end up being the passing leader in college football this year. He's at 4,379 yards to end the season. One of the best stories of the year. And I would be genuinely surprised if anyone surpasses that because teams that are in the college football playoff, there's nobody within 700 yards of him. So there would have to be a lot of passing yards to top that. Let's see. Cam Cook from Jacksonville State led the nation in rushing with 1,659 yards, edging out Missouri's Ahmad Hardy, who had 1,649. Another situation of I think Cook will be the leading rusher for the year. I don't see anyone passing him. Let's see. Soon to be in the transfer portal, Danny Scudero from San Jose State leads the nation with 1,291 receiving yards. Depending on what Mekhi Lemon does tonight, if he played, I don't even know if he's actually playing tonight. Because they're currently playing right now. Let's see. So he would need essentially. Oh yeah, he's at 1156. So he would have to have about 150 yards receiving tonight to take the lead in that. And right now, let's see if he's even playing. No. So Mekhi Lemon is not playing for Southern Cal tonight. Or if he is playing, he just doesn't have any stats. I have not been watching the game. I just know it's halftime right now. TCU is up 14-13. But yeah, so he had a chance to actually take a lead there, but that's not going to be surpassed. The biggest stat though I was wanting to look at was defensively because seeing that 155 tackles, that just genuinely has me curious if anyone in D1 is going to top that. Okay. So probably not of teams that are left to play. Wait, has NC State played their bowl game yet, or did they not go to one?
In North Carolina State?
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of Memphis.
That's right. Okay. They had a player that had 143 tackles on the year. The leader in D1 is Owen Long from Colorado State. He had 151 total tackles this year. 58 solo, 93 assisted, 2 sacks, forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. And he's a sophomore. Man, what a dog. I respect that. All right, so one stat that actually can be topped is the sacks leader in college football. David Bailey from Texas Tech has 13.5 sacks. He's currently second behind Western Michigan's Nadeem Tucker, who has 14.5. So that is one that's left that can do it. Cassius Howell ended up fifth with 11.5. Those are very good. He was a stud this year. And then interceptions wise, it looks like Lewis Moore from Indiana could take the lead. He's got 6. He's currently trailing Jakari Foster, who has 7. So a couple of stat leaders could change before the playoffs over. And speaking of that, let's talk some CFP to close this sucker out.
Let's go.
All right. Let's start with Oregon, Texas Tech, aka the biggest question mark of the entire college football playoff, Texas Tech. Are they elite, or are they just a good team that's just a stepping stone for Oregon?
They were a good team that was $25 million away from being competitive. And I'm not so sure that they've faced the kind of athletes in the Big 12 that they're going to see on the field against Oregon.
Fully agreed.
I'm a firm believer in trends. And the current trend is every team that got a first-round bye in the college football playoffs loses.
You think that continues, though?
I don't think all 4 of them lose this year, but at least 2 of them will.
Okay.
And I think Texas Tech is one of them.
Okay. I mean, I can't disagree with you on it because, like I said, biggest question mark. I genuinely don't know enough about Texas Tech to say, oh, yeah, they're great, or they're just a good team that's about to just be a stepping stone. Like, I don't know.
I will say this. Jordan Love had no business being in New York City. The kid from Texas Tech should have been there.
I respect that. Rodriguez is awesome. All right. Next game, let's talk about Georgia Ole Miss rematch from the regular season. Georgia pulled it out on them in the first game. This game's a little bit different. Georgia has finally seemed to get it together. They got the bye. Ole Miss obviously goes through everything they've gone through, but they essentially duplicated their game against Tulane. Which, how weird is that? You make the college football playoff, and your first 2 games are against teams you already played.
That is kind of strange.
Now that I think about that.
Tulane really let me down.
All right, so let's see. So winner of Georgia Ole Miss will end up playing
The winner of Ohio State and Miami.
Miami. Okay. Ole Miss didn't play either one of those. Okay, good. How funny it would be though if they had to play a team they already played again. Like that would just be hilarious. But no, this game though, I think there's a lot of question marks around Ole Miss right now. Because, I mean, they beat Tulane. No disrespect to Tulane. Tulane deserved to be there. They earned the right. But you're not able to really measure where you stand against a team like Tulane, considering who you're going to be playing after that. So, in a way, it's a good warm-up game for them to see where they stand as a team under a new direction. But is it enough for them to take out a Kirby Smart coach team?
I think it would take a disaster for Georgia to lose this game.
I mean, I think that's fair. The only thing I think that holds Georgia back, though, is their offense. Their defense is fine. Their defense is great. But their offense is just – I don't trust Mike Bobo.
Everybody says that, but yet they turn out – they average – I'm certain they average 30 points a game.
Do they? I don't feel like they had a lot of high scoring games. And also another thing though you have to consider though is how many of those were defensive touchdowns versus offensive touchdowns? Because I mean, against Alabama, their defense is what set them up for their points in most cases. Let's see. I'll pull it up right here. Okay, yes, 11 a.m. game for Vanderbilt, by the way, tomorrow.
Georgia 31st scoring offense, 31.9.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna look at their stats real quick, because that's where I get my better judgment of them. Because maybe I'm wrong at how I'm looking at them, but I don't think I fully am. Let's see. Really? What? Uh,
43rd in total offense, 406 yards a game.
you want to hear something crazy? They did not score a single defensive touchdown. Wow. I don't know if they actually scored any special teams or not. I don't see a number on that one. But either way, wow, that actually shocks me. I guess they are better than I thought they were.
Everybody says that about Mike Bobo and their offense every time, but under Carson Beck, they had the number four scoring offense in the NCAA, and now
All right.
under Gunnar Stockton, they're number 31. It's still over 31 points, almost 32 points a game. What
Yeah.
don't you trust about that?
All right, so let's look at their numbers based off of teams they played that at the time of the game they were ranked. Okay, let's just do that. All right, so Tennessee was ranked 15th when they played. Obviously, Tennessee's not a top 25 team anymore, but they scored 44 against Tennessee. First game against Alabama, they scored 21. Against Ole Miss, they got 43. Texas, they scored 35. Georgia Tech, they scored 16. Alabama, they scored 28. That's not bad, actually. You got to give them their props on that. Maybe which, I mean, to be fair, I mean, they had a lot of filler games, too. I mean, you had Marshall, they scored 45, 28 on Austin Peay, which was a really bad game.
There's a narrative around college football that Mike Bobo's offense is stagnant and blah, 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 blah. You know what? Over the last 5 seasons, I don't think they've had a season where they've scored less than 30 points a game.
That's fair.
I mean, what do people want? You're never going to get perfection.
Whoa, hold on a second. I'm about to have a very, very interesting stat. Hey, can you look something up for me? How long has Mike Bobo been the OC at Georgia?
I think he took over after Stetson Bennett left.
So, fun fact, Georgia has not had a 1,000-yard rusher since 2019. That is a very random thing, but comparing this team to past teams, so yeah, 20. So last year, Carson Beck had about 800 more passing yards than Stockton had this year. Year before, same
How many
situation.
more rushing yards does Stockton have than Carson Beck had?
I mean, that's fair. Let's see. So Carson Beck had 116 his last year there. Well, no, it wasn't his last year. He had 116 and he had 71. Stockton this year had 442, which, I mean, I get that. It makes a lot of sense. But that is very insane, though, that they have not had a 1,000-yard rusher. I mean, and Spaztak brings up a good point. I mean, they do multiple backs, and that is fair, and that is very true.
Mike Bobo became an offensive analyst in 2022 and took over as the OC in 2023.
All right, so in 2023, they averaged 5.3 yards a rush, 9.4 1.4 yards per pass as a team that had a 71.8 completion percentage. They had 65.5% completion percentage last year, averaged 4.1 yards per rush. This year, they averaged 4.5 yards per rush and have a 69.8% completion percentage on offense. So not bad. Let's see, 23 passing touchdowns, 29 rushing this year to 28 and 24 last year, which, I mean, there's still more games to play, so that can change, to 29 and 40 rushing touchdowns back in 2023. So, okay. I mean, you know what? Maybe I've been wrong about Bobo this whole time.
You let Tim Bailey affect your opinion.
I think I really did. Dang. I'm always sad.
Numbers don't lie.
It's true. Wow.
I have Georgia winning this game by whatever they determine they want to win by.
That's fair. Right now they are a 6.5 point favorite.
I think they cover easy.
Now I will say this: it'll be in New Orleans, so that'll be a fun setup because I mean that's not hard for either team to travel to. Which I mean, Georgia fans will travel wherever they have to go. Ole Miss fans easily will travel to that.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
You sound like Brian Buckeye Stats.
You dang right I do. He's the GOAT. But no, I mean, just based off their first game against each other, I mean, we saw how that one went, and
Georgia's winning this game by a lot.
Hold on. All right, so let's see. So 7, 3, 10, 7, 14, 10, 17, 14, 21, 17, 21, 20, 28,
You got to
20.
look at the scores of all their games.
26.
You know in your heart, you just don't want to say it. Because your next quarterback is currently at Ole Miss.
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, realistically, I mean, it was a shootout in the first game. It really was.
Georgia's winning this game by a lot.
I don't know about that. I actually think it's going to be I think it's going to be closer than you expect. I think it's going to be a good game. You know what? For shits and giggles, give me the Rebels in this game. Why not?
Sarah will be proud of you.
Good. I like for people to be proud of me if it was good.
What's next? What's next?
Give me them. Next game, let's do Ohio State, Miami.
This game can go one of two ways.
Mm-hmm.
If Miami dirties it up and makes it an ugly game, they win.
Yep.
If it becomes a shootout, Miami wins. The more Carson Beck throws the ball, the more chance you take on him throwing into harm's way, which he is prone to do. I think Ohio State wins probably 35-21 style.
Okay. I can see that.
I think the game breaker is going to be a pick six. Caleb Downs is going to have a monster game.
Okay. I can live with that, I think. I don't think I really have much of an argument for that actually. Let me see. So God, I hate this ESPN app. There it goes.
And I hate saying that because I want Ohio State to lose.
I know you do. All right, so right now Ohio State's a 9.5 point favorite. I think that's extremely fair.
That's fair.
Let's see, something about Miami that I want to look at real quick though. All right, so Carson Beck this year has completed 74.5% of his passes. That's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That 10 interceptions is key there.
Mhm.
I think there is one player though
I'll
that you have to really, really look out for.
I'll save you the trouble. There's not a single metric stat that says Miami should be close in this game.
I mean, I don't have an argument for you right now, to be honest on that. I mean, Sayan's pretty much had a pretty similar year overall to Beck. I mean, they're really close in numbers and everything.
But a lot of times he didn't play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because their schedule was so soft.
Exactly. So that's another thing too, though. So
that's why I say if Miami dirties it up, they can pull the win.
Absolutely.
I just don't think they have the talent to do it.
So I mean that is something to really consider because let's be real, Michigan is not a good team this year. They were very they're a sheep in wolf's clothes, basically. Like they try to intimidate you, but they were not.
Ask me about Texas and Michigan, I might surprise you.
I think you think Michigan wins that game, probably. Michigan's got a fine defense.
This is the kind of game that Texas has lost their entire running back room.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you, man.
And they've lost some guys on defense. And this is the type of game that can add to the legend of Biff Poggy.
That's a good point.
I mean, all the signs are there that Michigan's going to pull this out somehow.
Yeah. I mean, so looking at Ohio State, like where they play games against teams that I will consider, if you got the mid meter, anyone above the mid meter on their schedule. So the Texas game, 14-7, which obviously that was a filling out game to see where your offense stands. I get that. That's fine. They played it. They called a very conservative game in that one. Washington on the road, 24-6, another close game. Handled Illinois 34-16. Penn State was ass. UCLA they got a little spark in them, and then it fizzled out really quickly. The Michigan game, 27-9. Indiana, they lose 13-10. I mean, realistically, when they play teams that are higher tier, it's closer than they would want it to be. So I think Miami can keep it interesting.
That's why I say the big gapper is going to be a pick six late in the game.
That's fair.
Now, where Beck's trying to make a play and he throws it into harm's way.
Now, one thing I will say about Miami is their defense is respectable. They showed that against Texas A&M. They really did. They played their tails off against them.
They gave up 40.
They gave up 3 points. They won 10-3.
Never mind. Notre Dame gave up 40.
I was about to say, I was like, what are you talking about?
My bad.
No.
My bad.
All right. So okay. So here's something to think about. So, good teams that Miami's played. Notre Dame, 27-24. I won't count the South Florida game because that is what it is. Florida, they beat them 26-7 when Florida was still had a little hope, I guess, at that, but not really. And then screw it. I'm throwing that out the window. They didn't have any hope this year. They sucked. Miami beat Florida State 28-22 when Florida State still had a heartbeat. They dropped to Louisville 24-21, close game. SMU overtime loss, is what it is. NC State was the upsetter of everybody this year, except for Miami. They got blown out by Miami. Handled Pitt 38-7, and then handled A&M 10-3. So defensively, that is not an issue for them because clearly, I mean, the most points scored against them this year was what? So far, it's just 24 points is the most they've allowed this year. So
They haven't played an offense like Ohio State with the weapons they have.
what's up, Max?
To answer your question, Spaz, I use a Lux 2 pod system, and my juice it's called strawberry milk. I normally use a cinnamon milk, but it's pretty good stuff. It's called a Lux 2. It's made by Vaporesso. It's a pod system.
I just use a Geek Bar. Interesting. But also, shout out Zen. Always got my
I tried a couple
Becky.
of disposables, and what I found is that there's only one brand that does not have hidden ice, and I'm not a fan of the ice. I don't like the menthol flavor.
I respect that though. It leaves like this weird cold in your brain,
Yes,
and I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
but there's only one brand of the disposable that doesn't have the ice in it.
Yeah, the one I've got, it's Peach Perfect Slush.
Gotcha.
It's got that icy effect to it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like their Christmas line. But yeah, so I think Ohio State also wins the game, but I think it's going to be a low scoring game regardless. Though I don't see anyone pulling like far away in this game.
Right.
I think they're going to double team Jeremiah Smith. I think they're going to try to shut him down. And yeah, Peach Purple Piss. I like it. No, it is Peach Perfect Slush. Peach Purple Piss sounds about right though. All right, so the last game of it all. Alabama, Indiana. Indiana's best player arguably got injured, unfortunately, celebrating their win over Ohio State. They're a 7-point favorite over Alabama going into this game. It's like, does Alabama still have magic in them? Or is the Saban magic officially faded? Because I feel like this is the worst Alabama team we've seen in a while.
So,
outside of last year.
Not only is their best defensive lineman out for the game, don't they have another player that was suspended?
I forgot about that.
Something else to look at.
Yeah.
When Mendoza has gone against the higher echelon teams, he hasn't played well.
It's fair. It's very fair. Let's look at his numbers.
I had Oklahoma winning the national championship.
Same.
There's no metric in that game, Alabama versus Oklahoma, that Alabama should have even been a contest.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, if they complete the pass on third down, that makes it a 24-7 game. Instead, it was an incomplete pass. Next play, they tried to punt, and it got blocked.
Yeah.
Changed the game.
Hold on, let me address this. No, I promise that's not what we did. I promise.
I have the messages in my Twitter where he said he'd come on.
He's come on before with us, and
yeah, he has been on here before.
It was a miscommunication on our part on that one. I promise you, it wasn't for views at all. Honestly, right now, our total views that we're getting right now are actually a little lower than what we normally get, just to be perfectly honest right now with live views. But if you were on here, I'm sure we would have gotten a lot more views. But no, I promise, like we wanted him on, and unfortunately, it obviously is not going to happen at this point. That was not intentional, I promise. But no, I agree on the Mendoza stat there. I don't know. Like, I feel like I mean, obviously against Ohio State with a physical defense, you saw it happen. Alabama's got a physical defense. That's going to be tough for them to overcome, especially having that bye in the first round. I mean, it's been a long time since they played football.
Hold on a second. Just to show this.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go over here to my chat. There's Stone right there. Would you be interested coming on our show again December 30th at 8:30 p.m. to talk about the FCS Championship game? He messaged me back and said, no doubt. So, yeah, he said he'd come on.
It is what it is. But nah, anyway, I mean, I wish that was. We're not that good with AI. Well,
yeah,
I've gotten pretty good with AI lately, actually. I found out some new ways to do some stuff, and it's kind of cool. But anyway, I think Alabama can actually win this game. I really do. Do I think they will? Probably not. I know you're teasing us, Spaz. We actually like you. We hope you continue to watch us in the future because you're a very good person.
I appreciate all the comments. You seem like you're very knowledgeable.
Yes. But, you know, I mean, Alabama's rushing attack is just not there. It just it hasn't been all year. I don't think that's going to change this week.
Here's the thing. Indiana doesn't do anything offensively that Alabama hasn't seen.
Exactly.
Or that Alabama can't compete with.
Yeah. You know, realistically, I think, you know, Alabama, they hung with Georgia in the rematch as good as they could. Georgia was simply not losing that game. Yeah. Do I think Georgia's a better team than Indiana? I'm not going to go that far because I don't know. I mean, Indiana won the most important game of the year to this point against Ohio State. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, Jeremy Bernard is one of the more underrated receivers in the country. He's really good. I think Ryan Williams is the key for them to really get going, though. He has to stop dropping the ball. He has to make some big plays because he had a very quiet season this year.
He didn't even play in the second half.
Exactly.
Against
so,
Oklahoma.
I mean,
so why keep putting him out there? You got somebody else making plays. You roll with it.
No, I mean, absolutely.
I think Alabama's going to win this game.
Oh. Interesting.
I really do.
Do you think Ty's back is better now that he's had a little bit of rest and let me rephrase that. Not better, but you know,
you saw how he played against Oklahoma. He wasn't bad.
He definitely wasn't his best.
I mean, whatever they did to get him ready to play, you can bet they're going to do it again.
Probably do more than that too with that. So that'll be interesting to follow for sure. But I'm gonna give it to Indiana. I think this is a Big Ten year for a championship. Unfortunately, that being said, before we close this thing out, now that we have both our picks for the championship are gone, like the team we picked to win it all is out.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your new team?
Alabama.
Interesting. I'm just gonna have fun with it because it makes no sense, but I'm going Texas Tech. I don't know enough about them. That's why I'm saying it because I don't know anything about the team. So why not?
That's a shot heard around the world.
I'm telling you. Which, by the way, another thing that was announced: LSU running back Caden Durham is entering the transfer portal. I called that on this show to you about a month and a half ago. I said that he would not be at LSU next year. He will be hitting the portal. It has now been made official. So just saying. People talk. I listen. I observe. I report. That's all I do. So Caden Durham will not be at LSU next year more than likely, which, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Harlan Berry, 5-star running back, he's he's got a good future ahead of him, especially in the Kiffin and Weiss Jr. offense. So, yeah. Which, by the way, I want to say this as an LSU fan, I have not missed a football game in a very long time. I was still in school when I missed a football game, and not even through middle school. I did not watch the bowl game the other night. Didn't watch a single down of it. I had no desire to watch it.
You know what I'm going to be doing early tomorrow morning, right?
Oh, you're going to be eating leftovers watching the game. That's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be putting that 15 pounds back on you.
So, here's my question for you. Jordan White, SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week 4 times. No other player in the SEC won it more than twice.
Yeah.
How did he not get all SEC?
Well,
he didn't even get second team or third team.
So, do you remember in college baseball how the all SEC team was all jacked up and the best shortstops defensively got no love in the voting and all that? You know, there's a certain guy at Vanderbilt, certain guy at LSU, both had very fair arguments to be first team, didn't even get sniffed for it. A voter bias is there, unfortunately. This is 100% what it is. Now, who were the linemen that got in over him?
The kid from Florida.
Okay, he's good. Now I give him that.
And I forget who the other one was. The other two were. He didn't even get third team. That
is weird. I don't see how you can be the lineman of the week 4 times and not get any love at the end of the year. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
everybody talks about Iowa's offensive line, no, but Vanderbilt's O-line is just as good.
So now, when he didn't get offensive lineman of the week, I mean, was he still an all caliber, like all SEC caliber lineman though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They were up for the Joe Moore Award.
No, I knew that, but I'm talking about just him individually. Like,
matter of fact,
did he have any bad games?
They were no.
Okay. Huh.
It's crazy.
That is crazy, actually. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what you need to do is reach out to Brian Buckeye Stats since he has the PFF numbers and all that and see where his numbers.
PFS numbers.
Okay. So where did his rank versus the people ahead of him that got it?
Fair.
Because I'm just genuinely curious on that.
Actually, I might actually have that.
Because that's something I would be just genuinely curious about. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some great linemen in the SEC this year. So
I might actually have that. Let me see. Okay, here we go. The PFSN, which is division of PFF.
Yeah.
For the position of center, your top 5 were Jake Slaughter, Florida.
Okay.
Matt Golden of Michigan State. Gus Zinskas from Rutgers, and Jordan White from Vanderbilt.
Interesting.
The next SEC player would be Jagger Burton from Kentucky.
Wow.
And this is just centers.
Okay.
But White graded out at 89.9, number 4 nationally, and Slaughter at Florida was 93.8, number 1 nationally.
Now, Slaughter getting it, like, that does not surprise me at all. Like, 100% understand that. Drew Bobo is also a very good center, so I understand why he got the vote. And then Parker Brailsford, Bama. Okay, I get it. Okay. I'm looking. Yeah, I'm just looking, just checking that out right now. Okay. I mean, that's still that genuinely
Weird,
does
ain't it?
surprise. It is weird. Like
Second highest graded center in the SEC, won the award 4 times. How do you not? You don't even get first, second, or third team. That's crazy. It's crazy talk.
where all did Jordan White play football at? I know he finished at Vanderbilt. Wasn't he like at Liberty or something? Okay.
Him and Cade McConnell both came from Liberty.
Okay. Interesting.
The other offensive lineman, Chase Mitchell, came from Minnesota.
Okay. That's weird. That don't make no sense. Well, dang. All right. Well, let's go ahead and.
I actually think we win tomorrow. Handle.
I think y'all do too. For your sake, I hope y'all win.
You want me in a good mood, huh?
Well, not that. It's the fact that you've talked down heavily on Iowa this year, and it's only fitting that Vanderbilt would play them to close the year out.
I don't think it. Look, Iowa went 8-4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had them preseason. I had them 4-8. I don't run from that.
No,
I still don't think they're that good.
I mean, honestly, they just as easily could have been 4-8. Oh my God, Seth's here. You can make your announcement part 2 now.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we get it done. But I just don't think the teams they beat aren't really good football teams.
I mean, that's fair.
But yeah, if you want me to, I can go ahead and announce that again.
Do it.
Seth, I got news. Starting within the next week, possibly even tomorrow. I have a title, I have a Facebook page, and I will be starting my Vandy podcast, and it will be called Anchor Down Live, and it will be airing on all things Golden Broom. Since we did have 2 Facebook pages for the Broom podcast, we did change one of them to the Anchor Down Live podcast. Should take effect in the next couple days. But yes, I'm ready to do this thing.
I'm excited. You're going to laugh really hard in a little bit, by the way.
Did you create a logo?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not a funny logo. It's really cool because of what it is. You're going to be like, "Oh my God, when you see this." I do not expect you to use this in any way whatsoever. I mean, that being said, I mean, if you chose to, I mean, it is what it is. But no, this is actually kind of funny. Well, it's not funny. It's kind of cool. All right, so there's that. And then let me type this in. Man, I could do some cool stuff really fast, I swear. Let's see. Man, I swear I can make stuff so fast nowadays. And then do position to the back. Boom. And then hit effects. Shadows, outline. Change the outline color to a gold. Obviously, I'll have to change that to the correct color, but it's all good. Let's see if you can see this. Can you see this, Chris? Oh, no, it's blurry. Never mind. Hold on. I will just download it and send it to you real quick. You're going to get a good laugh out of this one. If you end up using this, I would laugh because I don't expect you to even consider this one. But it might be one of my favorite things I've ever made because it just the humor behind this one. Obviously, I'd have to line it up and everything and make it correct. But there you go. Just send it to you. It's very funny because of, well, you look at this logo all the time anyway.
Okay, give me just a second.
No, you're good. I can't believe we're already an hour and 45 minutes into this thing. That went by extremely fast.
Let's see what this comes up with. Quick.
Sweet Baby Ray's beef jerky? Not bad. A little sweet for me, but not bad. Wow. I'm glad that I like Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh, wait. Are you using your app to generate one right now?
Yes.
Did you see the one that I sent?
Not yet.
Okay, good.
Well, mine is not turning out very good, so let me try this other place. The one I'm trying, that's not bad.
Right?
The one I was doing kept putting green in the. There's nothing green about it. So I'm trying this other one. No, that's no.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hey, I just generated one and it's sick. Man generated 2 of them at that. Oh my gosh. I'm sending you these right now. Like I'm blown away by these.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot for AI to make me happy, so there you go.
I like both of them.
I do too.
If this one was the right color,
Which one?
look what I just sent you.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually extremely cool. I could potentially make that the correct color. I'll see what I can do. I can't really answer that comment.
What do you say?
I'll let Chris message you.
I don't mind I don't mind saying it on live.
What? No.
No?
Nah.
I'll message you, Seth, but just know that he is no longer part of the show, and it's kind of a sore subject for us. But I'll message you and let you know what's going on.
I'm gonna answer this one though. So New Year's Day food spread for me. So I have gallbladder issues, so I have to like really limit what I eat. But I'm doing black eyed peas and collard greens because you got to. And then honestly, I think I'm just gonna do a ham. I'm actually doing something kind of basic on New Year's. I've never really I've always like I like to do like the just a bunch of dips and just kind of make a charcuterie board and all that, or let the wife do that because I don't make those things. But just kind of have like a nice little snack night. But I think this year is gonna be just a generic dinner for me. So I don't know. We'll see.
So on that image you have with the mic and everything in it,
Uh-huh.
if you can cut that out of where the ceiling's at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can, but I can more than likely duplicate that image and just make it myself. And I can fix the font because that font's terrible.
I actually like it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yep, I think that's it.
Yeah, I'll put some AI prompts out there and make it look really awesome. I got you. Because why not? It sounds like fun to me. I like to make logos. So
There you go. Matt.
He will have to appear, actually. He has to wear his hat, too.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Have a good one, Spaz. We appreciate you popping in.
Yeah, thanks for all the comments, Spaz. I appreciate you. It was good to have some feedback on the show tonight.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That's weird. All right, this probably sounds better now. Happy New Year, brother. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up so I can make some shorts because we're hitting that line.
All right.
So, with that being said, we appreciate you. We thank you for sticking with us in 2025. It's been a rocky road for us this year with the show. 2026, smooth sailing on open highways. So I am ready to roll with it. Chris, go ahead and answer this question before I close it out. You've got 30 seconds.
I haven't heard anything definitive on the portal yet. I do know that we have had two very large offensive linemen that have put out some really good numbers in their career. I'm looking forward to seeing if we can land those two dudes. They are game changers.
Wow, you did that in 20 seconds. I love that. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching tonight. We hope you have a very happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas with your families. We will see you next week, and get ready for a new look. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I hope you like the 80s, is all I'll say. So, with that being said, we'll see you next year. As Seth said right there, it's actually really good. So, yeah, we won't see any more this year, but we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
So,
everybody have a happy New Year. Stay safe. If you decide to go out and celebrate, call a cab, call an Uber, have somebody drive for you. Don't do anything stupid.
And anchor down. Whoa. I shouldn't have said that.
I got him to do it, Seth.
No, I do hope you guys win tomorrow. So best of luck, Vandy, tomorrow for sure. All right. Y'all enjoy the college football playoff. We will discuss it next week. Y'all have a good one.
On the diamond where they play, sweeping competition every day.